Beckett, stay. He went into a down stay, which I did not ask for, but I'm okay with that because we're just practicing stay. Those are two different positions. Hey Beckett, release. Good boy, good job, buddy. Great job. And that's how the release cue works. Hi friends, I'm Chris with Happy Tails Pet Care. I'm an Animal Behavior College certified dog trainer, and this is my good friend Beckett. Hey bud, what's going on? You okay? Ha, I like that. Good boy. Good job. Good job. Today we're going to be talking about the cue stay. A lot of people struggle with this cue, and I find that what I run into the most is that people just go too fast with the dog. So you want to remember that when you're teaching these cues, especially stay, think about the action of staying. A dog with low impulse control that is very excited to interact with people, to smell objects, maybe even to go potty, will have a hard time staying because it is in their nature to just go explore and sniff around and interact with human beings and, you know, other animals and stuff like that. So if you go too fast, you don't set up your dog for success. So I want you to really take baby steps when teaching stay. I have a long lead here. I recommend you pick one of these up. You can find them online or at any pet store, you know, pet supply retailer. They're not very expensive at all. And I think this one in particular is nylon and about 35 feet. So we're gonna hook this up to Beckett's collar and remove the short leash that I use for walking. We'll set that aside over there. Now, just because you have the long leash doesn't mean you're gonna start at the like going all the way to the very end of it. Like I said, we're going to take baby steps. So it starts very simply. I'm just gonna set that down by my feet. In case he decides to run off anywhere, I can just step on the leash to prevent him from going away. So you're going to food lure your dog into a sitting position, which I've already taught you how to do that. You just put the lure up to their nose, pull it up and over, and when they go into a sit position, you give them their marker word, in this case, yes, good boy, yes, stay. And you're just going to wait a brief second before saying, yes, good job, and giving the next treat. That's not an accurate representation of what it looks like because I was explaining it. It would look more like this. Just putting him back in the sit. Yes, good. Stay. Yes, good boy. Just like that. Notice we're not moving, we're not adding distractions, we're not adding distance, we're not adding duration. I literally waited 1 second. But that's how it begins. As your dog gets better and better at waiting that 1 second, then you can start extending the duration. So you go to 2 seconds and then 3 seconds, 4 seconds, so on and so forth. And then you start adding distance. You know, maybe you back up 3 steps, 4 steps, 5 steps, and you add that on as the dog gets better and better at the cue. But I really want you to focus on just sit. Yes, good boy. Stay. Yes, good job. Just one very brief moment, okay? Once your dog gets better at that, then you can go into stay and take one solid step backwards and come right back. Yes, good boy. Remember, we give the marker word right before we give the treat, so after the cue is complete. Once you are done with the stay and you're not expecting them to hold that stay forever, right now he's still holding his stay although all these distractions are around. Very good job, buddy. That's amazing. Good boy. Very good boy. You give a release cue, which I use release because you don't tend to say that very often when you're around your dog. So, okay, Beckett, release. Good boy. And you see, I back away from him and bend down and change my posture, inviting him to break that stay and interact with me rather than just sitting there waiting for me to do something. Hey, you're all done. Yes, You're all done. Good job. Now, remember that in real world situations, we're never going to ask our dog for a stay and then back away like so and do nothing. So I don't want you to get too used to this interaction over and over again. So I want you to mix it up. Every now and then you will ask for a sit and a stay and start going this way and then this way, okay? And eventually you'd be able to walk all the way around your dog with them holding their stay. Now this is a little more advanced. I want you to set up your dog for success. So maybe you don't go as far as I went. Maybe you just take one step to the side and then one step to the other side. And this is all, of course, it would look something like this. Beckett, stay. Yes, good. He dropped it. So the idea is that you don't get used to this whole, only walking backwards from your dog for just a couple steps, because at the end of the day, you're going to want to be able to just turn your back and walk away. Beckett, stay. He went into a down stay, which I did not ask for, but I'm okay with that because we're just practicing stay. Those are two different positions. Hey, Beckett, release. Good boy, good job, buddy. Great job. And that's how the release cue works. Yes, Beckett, good boy. It should be an instantaneous like, oh wait, I'm done with my stay. I'm coming to see mom or dad or my trainer. Good job, friend.